we cut across live to Kaziranga, where Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is addressing the gathering. Take a look.
Our government has completed almost 1 year. On 10th of May, we are going to celebrate 1 year. So today, we have tried to analyze what we have done in the last year of our government, what were our shortcomings, what we could not achieve, and we have taken a renewed pledge that whatever we could not achieve in the last year, we will try to achieve during the second year of our government.
So you are completing 1 year as Chief Minister on 10th of May. So what were the challenges for you during this 1 year, and what were your targets?
You see, first 6 months we have spent most of our time in tackling the COVID pandemic. But in spite of that, we have seen that Assam has achieved many, has achieved many milestones during the 2021-22. But we have a miles to go, and we have to go much more in faster speed. So we'll try to achieve that in the second year of our government.
So what were your trust areas when you took over?
Now, our trust area is very simple, that we need to rejuvenate our economy. We have to address various issues which earlier we have not addressed, whether it is our cultural renaissance, whether the issues relating to land rights, encroachment. We have many issues which earlier we have not touched, fearing some repercussion. So we have to go ahead with our agenda. We have to improve our economy. And finally, we have to ensure that every people of Assam gets a better life.
On 9th and 10th, you are celebrating your 1 year of your tenure. So Union Home Minister is coming. Can you please brief us on what is the schedule?
So, in fact, last fortnight, we have seen various important visits coinciding with the completion of our 1 year. First, it was Union Defense Minister. Then Honorable PM has come and blessed us. Thereafter, His Excellency President of India. Finally, on 9th and 10th, Union Home Minister will come. He will address public meeting, and he has many government level engagement. And I think that will be a culmination of the fortnight.
Lastly, what would be your target in the next 4 years?
The target, as I told, it is very simple, that Assam should be a better place to live in. Assam economy should grow in a much faster pace. And overall, Assam should seen as a very strong and vibrant state in our country.
Thank you very much. That was Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma talking exclusively to Northeast Live. He has just come out of the day-long meeting with all the Council of Ministers as well as MLAs and MPs of the Bharatiya Janata Party and its ally partners, AGP and UPPL. So he has told us in details about the deliberations of today's meeting. So he has right now left the venue, and he has told us in detail what was his challenges during his 1 year tenure as the Chief Minister of Assam, and also what would be his target in the days ahead in the next 4 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that is our Chief of Bureau, Arindam Das, speaking exclusively to the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma right after holding a marathon brainstorming session with cabinet ministers and other alliance partner leaders. And of course, rejuvenating the economy of the state amongst some of the primary agendas and looking forward as far as the Assam government is concerned. All right, Arindam Das, coming back to you at this point in time, what more can you tell us regarding the brainstorming session that was conducted by Chief Minister Sarma with all the state BJP leaders and alliance partner leaders? Arindam.
Well, you have heard it from the Chief Minister himself as to what were the deliberations of this meeting. This meeting was basically to discuss and interact with all the MLAs and MPs of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Assam, as well as the MPs and MLAs of LI Party, AGP, and UPPL. In fact, members of the BPF were also present here. So it was basically to discuss what were the challenges that all the MLAs or the other leaders faced during this 1 year in achieving success or in pushing ahead the various schemes and projects for the development of Assam, and what would be the roadmap ahead for the government in the next 4 years for pushing the developmental projects and schemes here in Assam.
Right, absolutely, Arindam Das. So, the Chief Minister outlining the government's plan for the next 4 years as far as the government is concerned, going to, observe the 1 year anniversary of the Himanta Biswa Sharma-led government. And what more did you gather from your talk with the Chief Minister as far as the future course of action of the Assam government is concerned, Arindam?
Yes, we have talked to the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, just as he came out of this day-long meeting here at a Borgos resort in Kaziranga. In fact, he has been camping here since yesterday. There were two events which were held yesterday also. One was a party level meeting of the Bharatiya Janata Party held at the Bokakhat party office, and after that a dinner party was hosted by Assam Agriculture Minister Atul Bora, where the Chief Minister himself was present there. It was around 5-hour long event that was organized at a different resort, and the Chief Minister took part in various activities.
All right, Arindam Das, please don't go anywhere. Please hold on to your thoughts. I will come back to you very shortly. Right now, I'm being joined over the phone line by our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain, to give us a perspective on this big development. Wasbir, as you just saw, the Chief Minister Sharma speaking exclusively to Northeast Live, and of course, reviving and rejuvenating the state's economy are amongst the important agendas as far as the Chief Minister is concerned. Going forward, what more would you like to add, Wasbir?
Well, Raunak, the Chief Minister absolutely clear there about his focus and priorities. He said that, first of all, Assam needs to be a better place to live in. That will be his focus in the next 4 years. That means he is trying to consolidate on his focus that he had laid down to the Assam police on the day he took over power on the 10th of May last year. He said that Assam has to be free from the 7 major evils that includes drug trade and drug consumption, crime against women and children, then cattle smuggling and encroachment. And these were some of the priorities that he laid down clear to the Assam police. That means he is adopting a zero tolerance policy on crime. And therefore, today, when he told our channel that his focus will be to make Assam a better place to live in, he has once again reinforced his commitment. The fight, that means he has made it clear that in the next 4 years, the battle against drugs, the battle against crime, the battle against crime against women, all these things will continue, and that government is going to pursue its zero tolerance policy. The second point which the Chief Minister highlighted in that conversation with Northeast Live Chief of Bureau is that, that the Assam's economy will have to grow at a faster pace. It is not elaborate, but it is very, very clear, Raunak, that the Chief Minister's priority would be to boost the state's economy. And like right in the beginning, when he took over power, he had increased his stake in the Numaligarh Refinery Limited. For the first time, the Assam government put a major stake in the oil sector, and the revenue that the state is going to earn is to the tune of 1,000 crore per year. But that is in the public sector. But when he said that Assam's economy needs to grow at a much faster pace, the Chief Minister obviously hinted that he has plans in mind, that he has absolute plans in mind. That is obviously in the private sector, employment generation schemes, industries, in the MSME sector. These will be some of his priorities in the days ahead. So this was a very crucial two-day meeting, as Arindam has been bringing you this live report from Ground Zero in Kaziranga. And this is a stock taking, one of the many stock taking exercises that Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma has been undertaking right from the time he assumed office. And now that he is completing 1 year, about to complete 1 year, he has taken a thorough stock taking and with his MLAs, ministers and alliance partners. That means on the whole, Raunak, a no-nonsense message even to his colleagues in the government as well as the alliance partners that the government will not deviate from the focus, not deviate from the course that it is set upon to achieve in the 5 years of his government. Now that 1 year is gone, that commitment he wants to once again reinforce and recommit himself to the task that he has set for himself as well as his government, Raunak.
Absolutely. So, Wasbir, the Chief Minister absolutely clear in his vision that he wants to make Assam a better place to live in for its people. And one of the ways to do that, of course, is to make sure that the economy of the state is revived at a fast pace, isn't it?
Absolutely. Economy has to be revived at a faster pace. Employment generation schemes has to be created. He is absolutely aware of his priorities. He wants to get rid of the unemployment problem that he has inherited from the last several years. Assam, in the last decade or more, Assam has been inheriting the unemployment issue. There are a lot of people registered in the employment exchanges. And livelihood options and opportunities needs to be created. Skill development measures have to be speeded up. These are some of the priorities in his mind. These are some of the focus areas in his mind, which he has once again committed today that he would be continuing and carry forward in the next 4 years that is left of his government.
Absolutely. Wasbir Hussain, thank you very much for joining us this evening and bringing us your take on this big development from Kaziranga.